Former NBA All-Star defends Ayesha Curry after her viral comments on marriage with Warrior star Stephen Curry. Ayesha Curry has found herself in the middle of a heated conversation that spread across the internet in recent days. The wife of Golden State Warriors superstar Stephen Curry is facing both sympathy and criticism following her deeply personal comments about her marriage and motherhood during an episode of the Call Her Daddy podcast. What was intended to be an honest reflection on her life journey has spiraled into one of the biggest social media debates surrounding a basketball family this year, and now, former NBA All-Star Gilbert Arenas has come to her defense. The remarks that sparked this firestorm came when Ayesha opened up about her younger self, describing how she never imagined she would one day be a wife and mother, much less to one of the most famous athletes on the planet. Instead, she pictured a future focused on independence and professional ambition. When she spoke about feeling that her life took a different turn than she initially envisioned, some interpreted her words as regret or even ingratitude. But to Arenas, who's no stranger to the public spotlight or controversy himself, her honesty deserves understanding, not backlash. In a passionate message posted to his social media channel, Arenas addressed the uproar. "Oh, speaking of Curry, oh my God. Hey, listen, I might be the only person that's on his wife's side because I understand what she is actually saying, and the fact that so many people are hating this woman. Y'all are lost. I'm sorry. Y'all are not understanding what she is really saying." Arenas began. His tone was fiery yet empathetic. To him, Ayesha's words weren't an attack on family values or her husband, they were a rare glimpse into the complex emotions many women feel when they pause or change their professional paths to raise a family. He continued explaining, "She's saying she didn't see herself with kids. She didn't see herself married. She said she's seen herself as a career woman. She wasn't considering herself as a groupie. She didn't have preconceived notions like he is gonna be Steph Curry, and I just want to marry him to sit under him." Arenas' defense has resonated with many who believe Ayesha's comments were taken out of context. What she was describing wasn't resentment toward her husband or children but rather the bittersweet feeling of realizing how different her life became compared to what she once dreamed of. For anyone who has had to put aside career ambitions, whether temporarily or permanently, to support family life, the sentiment struck an understandable chord. To understand Ayesha Curry's perspective, it helps to look at her journey before the fame and family life. Born and raised in Markham, Ontario, Canada, Ayesha Alexander spent her early years in a multicultural environment, surrounded by diversity and creativity. Her mother ran a salon, and Ayesha often helped out there as a child, developing a strong sense of entrepreneurship and a love for community. Her father, of Jamaican and Polish descent, also exposed her to different cultural experiences that shaped her independent mindset. When she was 14, her family relocated to Charlotte, North Carolina. It was there, in a youth church group, that she met a shy, faith-driven teenager named Stephen Curry. At the time, neither could have predicted the magnitude of the life they would one day share together. Despite their early connection, Ayesha famously had a no-athlete rule. She once admitted she didn't want to date sports players because she thought many were arrogant or self-centered. But fate, as it often does, had other plans. Years later, when she was pursuing her own dreams in Los Angeles, Ayesha and Stephen reconnected. He was already beginning to gain national attention as a rising star at Davidson College. Their friendship quickly evolved into romance, built not on fame or status but on shared values, faith, and mutual respect. They married in 2011, before Stephen Curry's superstardom had truly taken off. Back then, Ayesha was carving her own path. She dreamed of a career in entertainment, dabbling in acting and modeling. She landed small roles on television, including appearances on popular Disney Channel shows such as Hannah Montana and Good Luck Charlie. Her charm and camera presence hinted at a bright future in Hollywood. But soon after her marriage, and especially after the birth of her first child, Riley, her life took a different turn. Ayesha began to channel her creative energy into cooking, something that had always brought her joy. What started as sharing recipes online turned into a full-fledged career. She launched a food blog, followed by a YouTube channel, and eventually published cookbooks and hosted television shows. Over the years, she built a respected culinary brand while raising 3 children with her NBA champion husband. Yet, as she revealed on the podcast, the path wasn't without emotional challenges. She described moments of introspection where she wondered what might have been if she'd continued her career in entertainment. She spoke about feeling as though her identity became defined by her husband's fame and her role as a mother rather than her individual aspirations. Her honesty struck a nerve with the public. Some fans labeled her ungrateful, arguing that many women would dream of the comfortable life she has. Others applauded her vulnerability, saying she expressed a feeling many mothers secretly share but fear to voice. Gilbert Arenas, never one to stay quiet when a hot topic emerges, couldn't stand by as people criticized her. In his rant, he pointed out that people often misunderstand women who express complex emotions about marriage and motherhood. Her intentions with him were purely about him and we're just gonna be together and you're gonna do your thing, I'm gonna do my thing. You're gonna be successful, I'm gonna be successful, and she says she fell into being a mother and being a stay-at-home wife, Arenas explained. His words shed light on a larger issue, the expectations placed on women, especially those married to public figures. For Arenas, Ayesha's reflection wasn't a confession of regret, it was an acknowledgement of the sacrifices that come with balancing love, ambition, and family. He went on to criticize how online culture tends to villainize women for expressing dissatisfaction or nostalgia, calling it the symptom of how disconnected we are from empathy. Arenas' support for Ayesha isn't just about defending one celebrity, it's about challenging the way society perceives women's choices. We praise men for being providers and sacrificing for their families, he said. But when a woman talks about what she gave up or how her dreams shifted, people call her ungrateful. That's not fair. For Ayesha, this conversation may feel painfully familiar. Over the years, she's faced intense scrutiny, from her social media posts to her fashion choices. Whether it's her 2019 comments about wanting more male attention or debates over her business ventures, public reaction to her statements often skews toward judgment rather than understanding. Still, Ayesha has continued to embrace her role as both mother and entrepreneur. She's launched cookware lines, written best-selling cookbooks, and co-founded charitable initiatives like Eat, Learn, Play with Stephen, focused on childhood nutrition and education. Despite her professional achievements, she's never shied away from discussing the identity struggles that come with being a wife and mother in the public eye. The latest controversy only amplifies that reality. Yet amid the criticism, the empathy from voices like Gilbert Arenas serves as a reminder that honest conversations about womanhood, partnership, and personal sacrifice are needed, not condemned. As social media continues to buzz with divided opinions, Ayesha has not directly responded to the backlash. Those close to the Curry family say she's focusing on her family and her projects, confident that the people who truly understand her words will see them for what they are, reflections of a woman who, like many others, is learning to reconcile her past dreams with her present reality. Stephen Curry, for his part, has often spoken with deep affection and respect for his wife, crediting her for being his anchor amid the chaos of fame and competition. Those who know the couple say their bond remains strong, built on mutual faith and admiration despite the pressures that come with being in the spotlight. At its heart, this entire discussion reveals something much bigger than a single viral podcast clip. It exposes how society still struggles with the idea that women can love their families deeply and still mourn the parts of themselves they've put on hold. For many, Ayesha's story isn't about regret, it's about growth, self-reflection, and the courage to be honest. As the debate slowly settles, one thing remains clear: Ayesha Curry's words have sparked a broader dialogue about identity, gender expectations, and personal fulfillment, a conversation that, judging by Gilbert Arenas' passionate defense, is long overdue in both sports culture and beyond.